The Modern Warfare 3 beta is here on all platforms, so it's only right I give you a little bit of my first impressions now that I've played the game for about 3 or 4 hours. Now, to start this off, I do want to say, I think so far, Modern Warfare 3 is 100% an upgrade over Modern Warfare 2, and from a very basic gameplay standpoint, the game is pretty good. When comparing it to MW2, the game, of course, moves faster. The movement, not just talking about slide canceling, but everything from mantling, jumping, sprinting, all feels much better. The maps, at least for now, we're only in the beta, but I would say the maps are definitely better. And I would 100% say this is a big upgrade over Modern Warfare 2, at least in my book. I think the guns feel really good. They're definitely satisfying to use, especially guns like the ACR, or the MCW as it's called in this game. Of course, being as this is a beta, things like the kill streaks are not really all in the game yet, and the kill streaks we do have in this beta are very boring. But from everything I've played in my 3 to 4 hours of gameplay, I can say that this game does have a very solid base, and I can see this being a good game if they support it right throughout the year. And not to mention, Sledgehammer has already been listening to community feedback. Of course, this is the beta, and now is the most important time to listen to feedback because they want to get as many sales as they possibly can when the game launches in just over a month. So of course they're going to listen to us now in the beginning of the game before it comes out. But if they can keep this up throughout the year, give us good new content with the seasons, I can see this game being decent fun. But there is only one main gripe, one main issue that I have had so far in the beta, and I'm sure it's the same issue a lot of you are having in your games and you're expecting me to say, and that is of course skill-based matchmaking. Now listen, I understand skill-based matchmaking isn't going anywhere. Complaining isn't going to really help anything. But I just have to give my impressions of the game as I've played so far. In my first 2 games, one of which you're seeing on screen right now, I'm not exactly sure which one I put on this video just yet. In my first 2 games, I put up a 2.4 KD in my first game and a 4.0 KD in my second game. But then after that, the skill-based matchmaking definitely kicked right in. In my third game, right away, it was just absolutely insane. And from every game thereon, from those first 2 games, has just been a complete sweat fest. I mean, every single game I've literally played, except for the first 2, I've had almost everybody in the lobby using MCWs, since the ACR seems like the best gun right now after the striker nerf. Everybody's using the ACR, everybody's slide canceling, everybody's snaking head glitches, playing head glitches, people are double or triple challenging corners, they're all moving together as a team, and it's just, you can tell the difference from my first 2 games compared to the rest of my games for the remaining 3 hours I played the game. It just went from being something where I was just kind of chilling and doing well, I was also queued up with a friend, to just absolutely getting annihilated some games, dropping like a 1.2 here and there, but mostly sticking around that 1KD mark. And before the people come into the comment section saying like, oh, you don't want skill-based matchmaking because you just want to play against noobs or play against kids, all that sort of thing, because that's of course the argument people who support skill-based matchmaking have. That's not true. I do want games where it's easier. I'm not gonna lie. I want games where it's easier. Having a game here and there, 1 in every 3 games, 1 in every 5 games, where it is competitive, where I do have to sweat, that can be fun. There's trash talk and you're really trying to win and the other team's really, really good. That is fun here and there. But in every single game, I have to try pretty hard if I want to at least get a 1KD and have some sort of fun. It's just too much. It's super tiring, and it takes from back in the day when I used to play Call of Duty for 5, 6, 7, 8 hours straight, like after school, things like that on weekends, to nowadays I play like 5, maybe 6 matches at a time before I get off. Skill-based matchmaking is the big reason for that. In Modern Warfare 2, I believe I had like 500 matches on multiplayer in total, and I had like a 1.4 KD. So I can hold my own in my matches. I'd like to think I'm a pretty good player. Having to sweat in order to get a 1.4 KD, it's just not something I want to do, especially just nowadays with other games being out. Like another game I really enjoy is Apex Legends. I'd much rather play Apex than play Call of Duty. So for me personally, of course, I wish skill-based matchmaking wasn't a thing. I wish it was tuned back, and we of course had a ranked play mode where if I wanted to be competitive and sweat, I would go play there. Literally, other than skill-based matchmaking thus far, I really think the Modern Warfare 3 beta is pretty good. Now, of course, I've only played 3-4 hours. I'm not tired of the maps yet. I haven't experienced the entire game. I haven't played that much, especially in comparison. You know, people who are playing in weekend 1 on PlayStation. Of course, I'm sure there's gonna be fatigue playing the beta, especially when you're playing the same handful of maps over and over. But for me right now, I'd say the beta is like a solid, if you took skill-based matchmaking out of the equation, I'd say Modern Warfare 3 thus far is like a solid 8 for me. You add in skill-based matchmaking, it's more like a 6. It's the kind of thing where for right now, I can see myself playing the game in spurts, maybe an hour or 2 here and there, just, you know, to get gameplay, to make content, and just to experience the game. But for right now, it's just one of those things where I'm just so tired of skill-based matchmaking. It's just completely exhausting having to lean forward in my gaming chair and sweat constantly if I want to have any sort of competitive, fun, or have any sort of game where I'm not getting completely dominated by my opponents. The one thing I've really thought about during this beta while I've been playing is I'm actually really excited for the zombies mode coming to this game. I know a lot of people are disappointed in the zombies mode. I am as well. I would much rather have a round-based zombies experience. The fact that there's no PvP in the zombies, obviously, I mean, I'm comparing it to DMZ in my mind because that's what it's most similar to, in my opinion. It's more DMZ than zombies, honestly. Considering it's like DMZ, but without the PvP, it can be super relaxing. Of course, the zombies are going to be hard, especially as you go into like the tier 2, tier 3 zones, whatever it might be. I can see it being chill, something I can lean back in my chair, just kind of play, grind some camos, do some challenges, and skill-based matchmaking is really making me excited for zombies. So yeah, my initial impressions of Modern Warfare 3, especially because it's so similar to Modern Warfare 2, I can really just see myself only playing this in spurts throughout the year, only playing when I'm playing with friends or playing party modes or playing something like zombies. I think at the core, the multiplayer, if I'm keeping it 100% honest with myself and with all of you who might be watching this video, I don't see myself getting the mastery camo. I don't see myself hitting whatever the max level ends up being in this game. Just because at its core, it's like MW2 2.5, you know what I mean? Like, yes, the game is better. Yes, the game should be more fun than Modern Warfare 2, but skill-based matchmaking just completely ruins Call of Duty. If you listen to this far, thank you for listening to my rant. Thank you for listening to my first impressions of Modern Warfare 3. Let me know in the comments, what do you rate this game 1 through 10? If you want to give me a list of the things you like or the things you hate, I'd definitely love to see what everyone's feeling about this game. Like I said, this is like an 8 out of 10 for me without SBMM, more like a 6 out of 10 with SBMM. But yeah, let me know what you're thinking about the game, and hopefully I'll see you all in the next video.